finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at the teams that have ruled the cricketing world. Number 10. Sri Lanka. Considered among the weaker teams at the beginning of the 90s, the Lankans turned things around like never before. Led by Arjuna Ranatunga, the team revolutionized batting to perfect the pinch-hitting technique.
Whacked it away through the offside, that'll go for 4. That's a beautiful shot from Jayasuriya.
Batsmen like Sanat Jayasuriya and Aravinda De Silva clobbered bowlers from the get-go, pushing Sri Lanka towards a big total or an easy chase. With future bowling legends like Muthaiya Muralidharan and Chaminda Vaas coming into their own, the team found a perfect recipe for success.
In the air and straight down Jayasuriya's throat.
Particularly strong in Asian conditions, the Lankan team rode their newfound momentum to win the 1996 World Cup.
That's it, all the way to the boundary for 4. What a victory for the Sri Lankans. A fantastic effort by them. Their players are charging out onto the ground. The Aussies shaking them by the hand.
Although their time at the top was short-lived, the Lankans proved they belonged on the big stage as a force to be reckoned with. Number 9. Australia Women. Few sports teams are so far ahead of the competition that victory is a foregone conclusion. The Australian team has always been the best in women's cricket, but they've been a class apart since 2018.
Oh, what a hand! What a grab! One hand will do.
Finishing up matches with extreme ruthlessness, the Australians have won every tournament they've been a part of. Whether it's the 50-over World Cup, multiple T20 World Cups, or the Ashes, these women have torn down their opponents time and again.
It's Jess Jonathan with the caught and bowled, and with that sharp catch, Australia have retained the Ashes.
It's true that the quality of the opposition hasn't been the best, but the one-sided victories in Australia's favor are way too many to ignore. Barring the rare upset, the team has hardly ever been tested, as no one seems capable of stopping them anytime soon. Number 8. India. After the disastrous 50-over 2007 World Cup, MS Dhoni engineered a remarkable comeback that won India the inaugural World T20.
In the air, Srijan takes it! India win! Unbelievable scenes here at the bull ring. Jeff Lawson can't believe it. The Pakistan players stunned.
From then on, Dhoni established India as the team to beat. Hall of Famers like Sachin Tendulkar and Rahul Dravid were well supported by young stars like Yuvraj Singh, Virat Kohli, and R. Ashwin, as Dhoni looked for both experience and talent. India's home grounds became their stronghold, with opposition teams finding little to no room for success.
That's huge! That is a biggie, it's out of here!
The one blip in an otherwise incredible run was the lack of wins in overseas test tours, although they held their own in white ball cricket. Dhoni's men were always the favorites in global tournaments, ultimately winning the 50-over World Cup and the 2013 Champions Trophy.
India win the Champions Trophy as England capitulate. It was their game, England, but it's been a tremendous bowling performance, and Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
Number 7. England. While the number 1 ranking generally varies across formats, England topped each in 2012. It was the culmination of a golden run kick-started 2 years before. Led by Andrew Strauss and Alistair Cook, the English were near flawless in sealing overseas victories.
Hold him! Tremlett's the man! Put the beer away, put the champagne on ice! 24 years of pain in Australia. Finally, they're beaten at home by England.
After beating Australia on their own turf with authority, England achieved the impossible by winning in India. This test team is easily the strongest in their history, as batsmen like Cook, Joe Root, and Kevin Peterson were complemented by bowlers Stuart Broad, James Anderson, and Graham Swan. Although global tournaments were still a weak point, the English team bagged several bilateral home and abroad series to make winning a natural habit.
Oh, he's got it! Stuart Broad has got his hat-trick.
Number 6. South Africa. It's hard to go wrong when you've got hard-hitting batsmen like Gary Kirsten, world-class all-rounders like Jacques Kallis and Lance Klusener, and an intimidating bowling attack led by Alan Donald, Sean Pollock, and Makaya Ntini. The Proteas are famously known for choking on the big stage. However, the 1998 squad won the inaugural Champions Trophy, beginning Hansi Cronje's charge of taking South Africa to new heights.
Receives the trophy from the Honourable Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Her Excellency Sheikh Hasina.
With coach Bob Woolmer, Cronje's team used technological techniques to study the opposition and target their weak spots. Apart from world champions Australia, the Proteas bossed every other team around to become serious threats. Cronje's role in the infamous match-fixing scandal destroyed the team's aura, but their glory days cannot be forgotten.
But he was the most iconic captain till then. And you always thought of Cronje as some guy who was clean. You would have never suspected Cronje.
I think it took the whole world by surprise, particularly the cricketing world.
Number 5. Pakistan. In the 80s, no team seemed to challenge the mighty West Indies apart from Pakistan. The men in green propelled themselves in the early 90s thanks to Imran Khan's captaincy. Embracing the cornered Tigers mentality, Khan's men roared through global events like the Australasia Cup before becoming world champions in 1992.
They did it in style. They bowled England out. They defended the 249. Magnificent.
It was an era defined by Pakistan's bowling attack, with Khan, Waqar Younis, and Wasim Akram ruling the roost. Batting heavyweights like Javed Mirdad, Saeed Anwar, and Inzamam-ul-Haq balanced the squad's depth. This team carried a fearless attitude that brought a heightened level of excitement into the game. They might not have been invincible, but their daring approach enabled Pakistan to land at the top of the ratings at their peak.
Pakistan win the World Cup. A magnificent performance in front of 87,000 people.
Number 4. Australia. Coming in straight after the end of World War II, Don Bradman ended his career in the best way possible. The legendary batsman continued to rack up the runs, leading a team that is now known as the Invincibles.
17 Australian men achieved what had never been done before and has never been done since.
Their peak saw the Australians play an entire English summer undefeated, remaining the only team to ever do so. Australia also dominated the other sides they faced, blanking New Zealand, South Africa, and India, while West Indies were handily defeated as well. This marvelous run brought cricket back to popularity in a post-war world, as crowds broke attendance match records to watch Bradman's Invincibles in action.
Enter Don Bradman, who got a great ovation.
Although Bradman himself ended his career with a duck, the winning mentality he injected into his team continued after his retirement. Number 3. India. Virat Kohli's appointment as captain in 2015 signaled India's ongoing ascension. Kohli re-established home conditions as an impenetrable fortress, but took one step further overseas.
Kohli realises this is probably his last go at him and gets enough on it.
The Indians became the first Asian side to win a test series in Australia, repeating this feat later on. They also adapted to English conditions, representing India's constant improvement. Although global trophies have eluded them, they generally win all the group stage matches before an unlucky knockout defeat. Batsmen like Kohli, Rohit Sharma, and Shubman Gill strike fear into opposition lineups.
Yeah, that's a shot. He's so good at that shot.
India finally overcame bowling shortcomings with match winners like Mohammad Shami, Jasprit Bumrah, and Kuldeep Yadav, who cut through batting orders in their opening spells. Their consistency paid off when India topped the rankings in all 3 formats, consolidating themselves above their opponents.
What a catch! A length delivery against that man Jadeja. India are off to the perfect start in the final.
Number 2. West Indies. For a long time, it seemed as if the West Indies would rule cricket forever. Easily winning the first 2 editions of the World Cup, the Windies kept their hold on the sport in both ODIs and Tests. Joel Garner, Malcolm Marshall, Curtly Ambrose, Courtney Walsh, and Michael Holding were among the pace brigade that decimated batting orders with ease.
Michael Holding. Yell up the batsman. Brilliant bit of fielding by Holding. Hit the stumps too. My goodness, the West Indies are really on stream this morning.
Batting legends Vivian Richards, Gordon Greenwich, and Desmond Haynes piled up runs and then some, making for a team that was complete in every way.
Nice shot.
The Windies still hold the record for the longest unbeaten test streak, remaining unconquered for a mind-boggling 15 years. Simply avoiding defeat against this team was considered a success, although few ever achieved it. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Australia. Heading into the 21st century, Australia remained far and away superior to everyone else. During this run, they managed a 16-match test winning streak twice. The team won the World Cup 3 times in a row, undefeated in their 2003 and 2007 campaigns.
The Australian campaign began in St Kitts, and although Scotland was brave-hearted, it couldn't stop Ricky Ponting in full flight.
From trouncing a World 11 in the Super Series to winning the Champions Trophy, Australia captured every piece of silverware available.
Australia came here to play in this tournament, the only trophy that they haven't won.
Apart from the 2005 Ashes, the team largely dominated arch-rivals England, whitewashed fellow heavyweights South Africa, and overcame the final frontier India in 2004. Whether it was batsmen Ricky Ponting, Adam Gilchrist, and Matthew Hayden, or bowlers Glenn McGrath and Shane Warne, the entire team was filled with legends of the game.
Oh, beautifully bowled. That's a wonderful delivery from Shane Warne.
When it comes to achieving excellence, look no further than this Australian era. Which cricket team do you think is perfect in every way? Let us know in the comments.
Oh yes, what a way to end a cricket match. Perfect Yorkers at searing pace. Bang bang goes Bumrah.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.